What the fuck is happening here? Are you serious? Fuck. Oh, okay, well, what was the point? What was that whole point? Ooh, what is up, party animals? Another beautiful day to go riding. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, have I been gone for quite a while. I think since November. No, December, I think was my last upload. But back in the saddle. Good old baby blue. The good old BMW. I guess I could talk about, why am I in 6? I guess I could talk about some CBR updates. So as you guys are aware, I crashed my 2002 Honda CBR 954RR leaving the gym. There's a fire truck coming. That was like a couple days before Thanksgiving. And then Dylan, Josh, and their little brother Johnny helped me load it up, get it back to my house. My sister's boyfriend Alex and helped us unload it. And so we took it to Will's Moto. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to go based off of my memory. And then I posted that update video. So pretty much what happened with the CBR, they said if I didn't give them a donor motor, that it was going to be about like $7,000 to $8,000 to repair. But if I had a donor motor, it would have been like $2,000 to $3,000. So I called up Liberty, 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 Liberty. Liberty, 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 Liberty. And pretty much what happened was they totaled out the bike because there was just so much money in repairs. From what I thought was just like a little stator cover crack, turned out to be the death of my bike. So yeah, the insurance company totaled out the CBR. They paid off the bike, and I got about $1,200 after the whole ordeal. Ah, it was a, I don't know if that was a bee or what was that. But yeah, I got about $1,200. And then after that, after I crashed my bike, I went and started a new job. And then about 3 weeks or maybe 2 weeks of being at that new job, I got COVID. So now we're like at the beginning of January, the new year. I started my birthday with COVID. Yeah, I was pretty much completely miserable on my birthday. I pretty much spent the whole day just pretty much sleeping. And then, yeah, I was sick for, well, damn, I'm like just in a hurry. But I was just incredibly fucking sick for like, God, I want to say about like 2.5 months, because I got sick at like January, and then I'm finally like, I would probably say close to like 100% now, and it's pretty much the start of April. It's like the end of March. But yeah, that really kicked my ass. I was sick for about like 2.5 months. I had this horrendous cough, incredibly difficult to breathe. But yeah, but then I left that job and I went back to my old job. And then yeah, now you guys are pretty much caught up. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Obviously slacking on the YouTube, mostly because it's been also snowing. But now it's like, I don't know if it's spring. I think it's spring because daylight savings happened. But Yeah, now it's like all nice weather. It might snow, it might rain, who knows anymore with Colorado. But yeah, oh yeah, I don't think I talked about what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go up to Golden, I guess, to go to Dinosaur Ridge. I've been there once, like on a school field trip, and I hardly really remember it. Like me, Dylan, and Josh, we go by it all the time when we take the road right next to it. I think it's called Rooney Road, but we go right by it all the time. And yeah, I guess that's what me and Dylan's gonna do. Maybe we can get Josh to tag along. Yeah, going to Dinosaur Ridge. Yeah, it's nice out. I think it's like 60, 65, who knows? It's nice enough. I got a comment that said, fuck, what did it say? It was like, it was in kilometers, it was like 240 kilometers an hour and bare arms. What a bonehead. that made me laugh. I got a jacket in my backpack. You can see my backpack straps. But yeah, that made me laugh. That's funny. But I guess I could talk about like my future plans now that I don't have a leader bike anymore. So kind of like what my whole plan is, probably gonna spend this riding season riding the BMW. God, it's been so long since I made a video. I have no idea, like, I honestly don't even know if I'm recording. I hope I am. I honestly kind of forgetting like the whole ropes, kind of just riding, forgetting to talk. But what I want to do is I'm gonna sell my car. It was I think it was in the back of my last video, but I never did like a video on it. But it's a 2015 Chevy Camaro, and yeah, I just want to get rid of it because that's like my biggest fucking, like, it's like my biggest, it just takes up most of my money, is what I'm trying to say. So I figured if I can get rid of that first, then it'll give me, you know, it'll give me more options on what type of bike to get. Because I haven't been posting on my channel, but Dylan's been posting on his channel, and I've been on Rocky Mountain Vloggers a couple times, or RVM. I think that's what Josh has it set to as now. But I was on the Rocky Mountain podcast again. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Dylan, for, you know, inviting me back. We went to Whataburger. We were in line for Whataburger that day when we filmed that podcast because it took so long. It took us 2.5 hours to get our food. But in their podcast, I talked about what I can't talk. What my next bike might be, like what I want it to be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a CBR, like another 1000 CBR. I just can't get away from those bikes, man. They're so much fun. It's either gonna be that, maybe a Kawasaki ZX-10R or an R1. Hell, maybe I might just go full on crazy and get a Ninja H2.
You serious?
You know, you never know.
Can you see the accident from your vantage point?
Yes, I can see it. He's laying out in the road. Like, we don't know if he's dead or because he got hit. We don't know if he was on a motorcycle and got hit by a vehicle or a vehicle hit him.
I just want to give a big apology for taking yet again another long absence, but I do have some legitimate reasons on why I've been gone for so long. So I guess let's just get into it. So one of the last clips you guys have seen was taken on March 28th, and it is midway through September, the 19th to be exact. So on March 31st, I was hanging out with Dylan at his house, and when it came time for me to leave, we rode to the gas station we would normally ride to together. Like every time I left his house, we would always ride to this gas station that was basically halfway between my house and his house. It was just always one of those things that we would always do. Once we got to the gas station, we took pictures for Snapchat. We got our music going because we would go our separate ways back to our own houses. And when we leave each other, we always, whether we're riding bikes or driving cars, we always tell each other to ride safe or drive safe, just depending on, you know, if we're riding or we're driving. It's just another one of those things that we do. So when I go to my house, there's two ways I can take. I can either take Broadway, which is kind of like a more lit up street. It's like a really big main street in Colorado, in like the Inglewood area. So if you're in Colorado, you know what street I'm talking about. Or there's Federal, where it's like not as lit up as Broadway, but it's still kind of a main road, but it's not as main as Broadway. So when the time came to make a decision on which road I wanted to go, I decided to take Federal just because it's a couple minutes quicker. I did have work the next day, so I didn't want to be out as late. But going down Federal almost costed me my life. Because as I was coming down Federal, there was one other vehicle on the road, and that happened to be a truck coming the opposite way. So he was facing me, I was facing him. I was coming to an intersection. I was going about 40, 45 miles an hour, and the truck decided to turn right in front of me, and we hit head on. I ended up flying over the hood of the truck, and I landed on like the driver's side. So I hit it on the passenger side, but I flew over the hood. It was basically like a fucking movie scene. I flew over the hood, and like I'm laying on the ground on the driver's side. So here's a little illustration on how it looked. So I was coming down south, and he was facing north, trying to go west, and then he turned right in front of me as I was about to go through the intersection. So basically this is how it looked after the accident. And when I was getting up, I could feel blood just basically rushing down my face. So I stood up and I took my helmet off and I just threw it on the ground. I'm just in like disbelief of what just actually happened. And as I stood up, I started looking for my phone because I couldn't feel it in my pocket. But as I was looking for my phone, I saw the truck just parked up a little on the road. And I saw the driver and the passenger switch seats, and then they just took off and they just left me there. So that was just, it was weird because it's like I didn't know these people, but seeing them just leave me like that, basically left for dead, that just kind of like, in a weird way, it kind of just like broke my heart because I just couldn't believe what was actually happening. So then I find my phone, and I kid you not, one of the very first things I did is I got on Snapchat and I took a quick little video.
Oh, fuck.
So when I was taking the video, I was sitting on the ground in front of the people's houses. They actually came out after the car crash because they heard it. They called the ambulance. I could not stand on my own. I thought my leg was broken, which would have been the very first time in my life that I actually ever broken a bone. But yeah, they were the ones to call the ambulance, and they were the ones to make sure I was okay. They saw the people taking off. I'm pretty sure they stayed back to talk to the police. So after that video was taken, I hopped on FaceTime and I FaceTimed Dylan, and I was telling him what happened, and probably within like 30 seconds of the phone call starting, my phone died. So, well, we have Life 360. I don't know if I ever talked about that, but we have Life 360, so we can, me, Josh, and Dylan, we can all see each other's locations. So they could see where my last location was before my phone died. So they knew where I was, but they did not know like where I was going, like what hospital I was going to go to. So after my phone died, I'm pretty sure my buddy Zach actually called Dylan to see what the hell happened. And then Zach ended up calling my sister, or my sister's boyfriend actually, because my sister was basically already asleep. So on the way to the hospital, the paramedic, he's just pretty much just asking me like basic questions like who's the president, what day it is, you know, making sure like I don't have a concussion or any like serious head injuries. So I don't know if I need to put any type of warning, but I am going to put pictures and videos of what the bike looked like and what I look like in the hospital. I am warning you, there is blood involved, so don't come at me. This is your warning. If you could skip a couple minutes ahead if you do not want to see it, but this is your warning.
Are you gonna be able to go home?
I felt the blood coming out. It's not even on my phone. Blood on my phone.
Oh my god. Is your phone cracked?
I am kind of mad because when the insurance took the pictures of the bike, they're kind of blurry, and you could definitely tell they were taken from an Android, but I'm thankful that they still took the pictures for me. But in all seriousness, I do want to thank every single person who's been there since the accident, checking in on me, calling me, making sure I'm doing okay, because this was one of the worst days of my life. One of the things that like I'm most upset about is just losing the bike in general. because I planned on keeping that bike because I did want my sister to like get into bikes so she could learn, and I thought the BMW would have been a perfect bike for her because it's not too heavy. It's, you know, actually a really good bike, but it hurts my heart so bad that that's how I lost the bike. It's just getting hit by a truck. But I am very fortunate. I am very lucky. I am very thankful that I am still here, still able to do everything, kinda, with no major injuries other than like a really bad sprained knee. As so I thought, because within the next few days, I actually got some really bad swelling in my foot that Dylan said looked comically large, and I developed some really bad bruising. And one of the crazier things that have happened since the accident, literally 1 week after being hit by a truck, me, Dylan, and Josh, we went down to Motorado, and I actually picked up another motorcycle. I picked up a 2007 Kawasaki ZX-14R, and let me tell you, that was a big girl. So after a few weeks of resting up to thinking what I thought was, you know, good enough to be able to ride, I went out riding with my sister's boyfriend on his Ducati Monster, Alex. I'm pretty sure I've talked about him before. But I actually ended up crashing the Kawasaki. I was in no way, shape, or form good enough to ride. I don't know what was going through my head, to be honest. But me and him, we were out ripping. We were riding really aggressive, which wasn't smart because, you know, yet again, I wasn't healed well enough. I knew better, but we all make dumb mistakes, and I really messed up my leg. And again, here's another warning. These pictures are kind of gruesome. I pretty much tore the skin off of my kneecap. I got some really bad road rash. There's some road rash where I can't really tell you, or I can't really show you what it looks like because it was on my butt. But let me tell you, my whole butt cheek, both my butt cheeks were covered in road rash, and it was just absolutely miserable. So yet again, here's your warning. These pictures are kind of gross, so you have been warned. And again, very fortunate, very lucky to be alive because I have lost friends in motorcycle accidents and just in accidents in general, so you know, I can't thank God enough for keeping me here. And this happened at the beginning of May 8th, I believe, is when I crashed the Kawasaki. But yet again, thankful for everyone that's been involved in every single accident of my life. You know, I can't thank everybody enough, especially because all of these accidents happen to take place at like literally 11 o'clock. So pretty much when people should be sleeping, they're coming to my rescue pretty much. So I can't thank everybody enough. So while trying to rest and recover from 2 motorcycle accidents, due to some personal reasons, we had to move out of our house in Inglewood. So trying to pack up a house while trying to recover from 2 accidents was not ideal, to be honest. It was quite hard. But you know what? I persevered and we did it. Me, my sister, and her boyfriend, we now live in the city of Fountain, which is quite the drastic change from coming from Inglewood, which is a pretty big town, or it's like more of a big city with a lot of people, to Fountain, where, you know, there's not a lot of people. So it's definitely a weird change, trying to just get used to everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much just the rundown of everything and why I've been gone for so long. Everything's just been kind of crazy. Life just has never slowed down. There's always been something going on. And I just want to give a big thank you to you guys just for, you know, pretty much always just being there. I just want to give another apology for being gone for so long. I never thought my life would have got flipped upside down so much, just how much it has. But you guys have just always been there, which is really amazing, and I just can't thank you guys enough. It's definitely a weird journey, but I'm excited to see where life takes me. You know, new city, new town, new job, you know, new me. So it's gonna be fun. I definitely want to try to get back into the swing of things. I'm healed enough. Now I'm healed enough to a good point where I could ride motorcycles. But I definitely want to get into the swing of things, like making videos again. And trying to stay consistent, because I have not been good at it like other people. Like Josh and Dylan, they still put out videos, so, you know, props to them. But I do have a new mic. I do have a new helmet. And I am excited to show you guys what Fountain is like, because it's completely different than the city life of Inglewood. With this new style of life, there is going to come some new style of bikes, so I'm excited to show you guys what's going to come in the future now that the ball is slowly starting to get rolling again. So with all that being said, I just want to say RIP the Beamer, RIP the CBR, RIP the Kawasaki you guys never got to officially met. You guys did see it on Dylan's channel though. So I figured I'd just show you guys old footage of the Beamer and the CBR while I explain myself on why I was gone for so long. But as always, if you ever go out riding, just remember to keep it on 2 wheels. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Later! Ready?
Yeah.